I kind of avoided certain things like TikTok is hard. I'll just get someone else for it. If you put all your power in someone else's hands, you're going to lose your money.
And we have.
And I have. If you want to look good, you have to also eat for your skin. The gut impacts your skin in a much bigger way than we've ever learned. Magnesium relaxes your gut. That's why you might have a great...
We can talk about poop.
When a woman walks in and she's glowing, it's because she took a good poop.
Thank you for that one line for the trailer reel.
The other day I had Bedros Koulian on my podcast and he goes, I think a long morning routine is a cop-out to not do the big things in your life.
Well,
I was like, damn it.
Getting organized, getting some routines dialed in to support what your business needs for you right now. What does that look like?
It's gonna sound really basic, but it changed my life, is...
I have one of my favorite guests of all time, one of my favorite people of all time joining me again today, Lori Harder, the founder of glōci. And one of the most common questions we get asked is about our routines, the wellness routines, the business routines that really keep our businesses and bodies, I guess, running smoothly. And we are celebrating a really big milestone, the 1-year anniversary since she launched her company, glōci. We're diving into the ingredients, why you should drink your hyaluronic acid, if you've heard that term on the internet, why you should drink it instead of put it on topically, and so much more. So I cannot wait to share this fun conversation. It always is. It's always a good laugh. And also, I feel like we gave you some good value this time. So enjoy this conversation with my girl, Lori Harder. I love any opportunity to sit down with one of my favorite people on the planet, my bestie, Lori Harder. And I'm so excited to have you back. We're doing this this feels so formal because usually we're just curled up around a kitchen table, like recording either a quickie episode for your show or just catching these in the moment moments. That's very redundant, but we wanted to kind of update everybody because the last time we kind of sat down and did a proper interview style podcast like this, it was about a year ago that it aired because we just celebrated the 1-year launch anniversary of glōci.
I know, I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. And this does feel very formal for us, but you look great.
Thanks.
I think last time we had a nice chat, we were sharing a bed together.
We were. Oh my gosh, that's right. We like travel and we do all these podcast recordings. We bring our whole podcast team and we stayed in this Airbnb. And what was it? Was it like one of the beds was really uncomfortable or you just didn't want to sleep?
I think we wanted to just like talk all night.
It just felt weird to,
It was a totally different floor, you guys. It was a little scary to sleep a whole floor separately.
We had a slumber party. It was really great. But here we are a year after glōci launched and so much to catch everybody up on. And also, I wanted to kind of use this also as an opportunity to talk a little bit about one of the most common questions I get. I don't know if you get this on your podcast too, which is people are so curious just about the topic of routines. And when I think about like the person who has inspired me in terms of like the most routine, like sticks to it person that I know, it really is you, your wellness routines, even routines around our businesses that have really supported us in this season. So we're going to dive into so much in this conversation, but I just want to start with like, as you reflect back, we got to do this at your house a couple of weeks ago. And we were sitting by this fire and we have this tradition in our friendship where when you celebrate a birthday, we sit at dinner and we like get to go around and we get to reflect. And so I asked you, I said, let's kind of do that for glōci. And we had this beautiful fireside chat, but let's do a podcast version of it because there's so much to celebrate. I mean, my God, anyone who is like behind the scenes, seeing the day-to-day of your dedication, your commitment to the pivot, everything that happened, when you look back on the last year since launching, what's the thing you're most proud of yourself for?
Oh God, this was so special when you asked me this. If anyone wonders why she's one of my best friends, I'm words of affirmation. And she's like, let's dig into it. Let's analyze it. Let's talk and be like, yeah, this is all my favorite things. So when we got to chat about this, like it really, really moved me and made me, I think it just got me really present into everything that went down in that first year. And if we don't go back and do stuff like this, then you miss it. You really do, because now I'm on to focusing onto what's next and trying to hit another goal. And so anybody listening, if you can sit down with your friend who's done something big last year or launched something scary like this, that really like impacted me. I just want you to know that like that was really, really special to sit outside with you by the fire and just talk about that and let it all soak in. So I would say the thing that I'm most proud of is just who I've become in the process and the backbone and resilience that I've built. And I think that I thought I was good with rejection before. I think that I thought that I was good with getting through hard things, but I don't think I even understood it. And, you know, it's just an entirely different level when you're going into something every time you go into something. Yeah. So I don't want to discredit the past me or the past things that I've done because they all felt this big as well. I can just say that this truly is the biggest, most stretching thing that I have done yet. And to look back and really acknowledge just the grace that I had with myself and on the really, really hard days, like never, of course, quitting like runs through your head all the time, but it was never an option in my head. It was like, wouldn't that be nice if I could like move to an island for a while and never see people again? Like that absolutely
we all have that fantasy.
Crosses my mind multiple times, but it was never like I was going to book the ticket. It was just not, it wasn't an option for me.
And the browser pulled up, but not the credit card wasn't out of the wallet. Yeah,
totally.
Got it.
Totally. I was watching that Tom Hanks movie multiple times, talking to a volleyball. But I can say that this last year, I truly got grateful for the what we're now, you know, really coining and calling the initiation. Like, I believe there is a version of, or there's a point in your 40s, and I truly think it's your 40s. I've been talking to a lot of different women who you have an expectation that you'll not only arrive in your business, but your family life and your relationships and your friendships. And like the hard stuff should kind of be behind you because you hear about how much more confident you're going to be in your skin and how you kind of don't care anymore. And all of that is true. But I think there's also this invitation to the second half of your life that can be better than you even imagined. And the only way to get that second half of your life that is better than you could ever imagine is to go through some sort of horrible, twisted initiation hell of a lot of things falling apart or a lot of things being ripped away that you did not expect, you know, whether it's friends or income sources or relationships or friends relationships or your partnership with your partner is changing, your friendships are changing. Like there is so much change at that point because I really do believe it's almost like a second awakening of your life. Don't ask me what the first one is, but it feels like it is. Like you think you get this spiritual awakening kind of like in your, you know, maybe your late 20s and 30s. And then in 40s, it's like a whole other level of, wait, I am not even done yet, nor do I know if I've even started, but do I feel ready to take on these challenges because I thought they were behind me and they feel even bigger. It's like you climbed Everest and you realize that there was something 10 times bigger than that. And it's the realization of, you know, glōci for me was the realization that the Everest that I had already climbed fully is equipping me for what's next. But I needed an attitude adjustment about it. I needed to kind of sit back and be like, this is exactly what I want. Without this, I won't get to meet that other version of me, even though it's been trial by fire through everything.
Yeah. And when you say this is exactly what I want, what's the this? Just so people like really get this lesson.
The ability to wake up and have a place to create, the ability to wake up and have a place to, a vehicle to connect with other women, the ability to wake up and continue to create a platform that can help highlight other people, to continue to create a product and a platform that, you know, hopefully in the next 5 years, I will fully understand this business in and out so I can go back and reach down and help other women do this as well if this is a route that they want to take. Because if I fast forward 10 years and I don't go through this and learn it and understand it and make it a success in some way, right? Like I'm not getting so attached to like, it has to be this number, it has to be exactly like this. Like if I can make this experience a big success and a huge learning experience where I can, of course I want it to win. Of course I want to sell the company, but I also need to be here right now, understanding that I'm going to make this win in some capacity. If I don't make that win, I'm going to have missed the purpose of my life. And I really believe it's to go first in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And to reach back and help people like blow the glass roof off of what they think they have, because that's where I have been so many times in my life. Like even before I started fitness, I didn't graduate. I didn't have a high school diploma. So I believed that my ceiling was these jobs that I could lie on the resume and say I had a high school diploma and here I am, the best freaking barista you'll ever have. And I'm the best, receptionist that this place will ever see. And I'm the best, working at Ulta and stocking shelves and doing makeup. And that was the ceiling for me. I was like, I don't get to be better than this. So I have to be the best here. And I just remember feeling like, oh God, I think this is where I think this is where I tap out. Like, I don't think I can go any higher than this, because you guys, I went back to try to get my GED 3 times and never got it.
I don't think I knew this part of the story.
I could not teach myself math, and you're learning, you're like trying to teach yourself, and I didn't have a tutor, and I had really no one in my life because I had just left that religion and I wasn't able to go back and talk to anyone. And school was not an important thing to anyone in my family because it was all about the Bible. Yeah. And so I just was like, this is where it ends for me. And I just remember that glass ceiling felt not just limiting. I felt suffocated. I was like, I don't know why I'm here then. Like, if this is all that I'm going to do, which by the way, I felt very purposeful in some of it, but I knew there was something bigger than that. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't have told you. It just felt big. I was like, I'm supposed to be, I don't even know, doing something bigger than this. And so there was that glass ceiling, and busting through that and getting into fitness was like a whole other level. And then being in fitness and realizing, okay, I don't think that was my ceiling either. Where else do I go from here? And then getting into personal development and courses and events, and then going, I think I really I have always loved products. Always. I've been such a consumer. Like, I used to just go to Targets and read boxes and read labels. And I love packaging.
I was going to say, anyone who looks at either one of our pantries knows what product girlies we are. But really, my pantry and also my bathroom cabinet.
Totally. I love the process of trying new things, finding something you love. And I think the thing that I love most about it is when you find something you love, sharing it with someone else, going, no, Lindsay, I'm about to change your life with the way your butt is going to look in these leggings. You got a great ass. It's about to be you're going to stop traffic. And that is
warning.
Yeah, warning. That is that feeling of introducing someone to something awesome. And so for me, the product space was always so interesting because I was trying a lot of products and I was like, I just feel like there's room for improvement here. Why aren't people making better products in this area or that area? And that started to become a thing for me. I was like, I think I want a product. And in network marketing, that's what I did for 15 years. I sold products that I loved. Yeah. And even within that space, I really just sold 2 products that I was obsessed with. And I have to be obsessed with the products. But when I do it, it speaks for itself. When I do it, I sold $18 million worth of product, not even sold $18 million worth, made $18 million from selling a product I loved. Yeah. And so the whole idea of creating a product not only is about oh, cool, I love products. Yeah. It's, if I really learn this, I can teach other women how to do it. I can have modalities where they can become affiliates, which now more than ever is so important because network marketing companies are going away left and right. And I will tell you, I understand the impact of that money going away, that income for these women going away. And for so many of them, they're like, I don't know who I am if I can't represent something. I get that to the core because when you love something and you want to share it and you get paid for it and you get this income, it's I think that is so powerful. And I really do believe the world is really headed towards affiliate marketing as well. So it's really cool to not only create a product, but create incomes, not only for my employees, but also for affiliates, and really start looking at that model in a big way. It's been really exciting.
And literally to think this has been all within the first official year since launching the product. And we'll make sure maybe we can link the previous episode we did so they can catch up on even like the backstory that got you to the launch. Because we don't have to go back into that. We have a whole episode where we really share that story. So here's what I want to know is, you know, the Powerhouse Women audience, we share the same community, and these are women who are all building their dreams as well. If you were to distill down the 3 biggest business lessons, like very tangible, here's what I learned about business this year through the first year since launching glōci, what would you say those top 3 lessons are, like the tangible things that someone who's listening to this, building her dreams, it's a reminder, or it's like that next push to do that thing, to start asking more hard questions, to start thinking differently. What would you say are like the top 3 things that she has her own personality, glōci, taught you this year that other people can learn from?
I've used this one in all of my businesses, but get a mentor who's done it before, who understands. It doesn't have to be the exact industry. It really helps if it is. Not a mentor, get multiple mentors. And I don't have, like, I do now actually, I don't have like an exact mentor. I didn't when I started, like, this is my mentor for glōci.
Right.
I had access to a lot of people through the podcast, or, you know, just through asking in the DMs, like, would you ever be willing to answer this one question, or whatever that looked like. I have probably asked, I don't even know, 200, 500 questions to different people and gotten rejected so many times, or not rejected, but like ghosted, like nobody's answered these questions. So I think working to find mentors and also ask a lot of questions of people who have been in that industry before. We know this with everything that we do. And it's like when you pivot, it is vital. They will save you so much time, so much money, like on big decisions. They'll help you with hiring. They'll help you with firing. They'll help you with decisions on what flavor you should come out with next. Like there is data and research and reasons for everything.
Yeah.
But then it goes into my point too, outside of mentors, is the second thing is to really trust yourself in what you see, the vision that you see. Because as you get mentors and as you start looking at other companies, you're going to start taking the vision that got you so excited, and it accidentally starts morphing into like, well, oh my God, Summer Fridays just launched this, or they did this, or their brand looks like this. And it's really easy to just become a version of their dream rather than your initial dream. And it happens. That's natural. Things can kind of morph with what's out and what's trending and what's cool. But at the same time, you always somehow want to stay connected to your vision, because you're going to wonder why you lost your spark along this path multiple times.
Right.
And it's going to be because you got too infiltrated by what either mentors said or what other people are doing. And that wasn't meant to be your path. And so I got really into comparison, like even mid-year last year. And it threw me off of what I know is going to work for this company. But also going into number 3, be so open to how quick things are changing. And I will say, like, you need to know what's working for other companies. And even though something might be working for yours, you need multiple ways of marketing. Like, that's why they're like, what marketing channels are you in? You need to figure out what's your main marketing channels. Like, where can you be at that you're really going to like amplify and project that particular message? Where are your people at? But then don't cut off other channels, because it's really important to learn other channels as well. Like you and I, Lindsay, with, you know, programs or events, those were huge channels for us. Like, okay, having an event, that's an amazing channel for you. Yeah. But if you really want to amplify your voice, that's not enough at all. Right? Because it kind of can either run out, or that's what happens. You kind of like limit yourself on who you can reach. And so if you really have this vision of it reaching a lot of people, you have to force yourself to learn skill sets that you don't know right now. And it won't feel fun, and it won't feel comfortable, and it won't feel easy. And no, you're not the person who has to be the absolute expert in it. But I think I kind of avoided certain things like, oh, TikTok is hard, I'll just get someone else for it. If you put all your power in someone else's hands, you're going to lose your money.
And we have.
And I have. Yeah.
We know that lesson intimately. It's been so beautiful to watch. I just think there's nothing cooler than when you have the gift of having girlfriends who are like really in the trenches with you, and to get to like really learn vicariously through their lessons, but also to get to witness who they're becoming in the process. And I can't wait to see what this next year holds. I know that one of the things that we shared, a group of us girls got together, we got to do a really cool trip to the One Hope Winery last fall. And we were kind of all sharing what our intention was for this next year. And one of the things that you were really going to dial into is your organization. And this kind of like brings us into this whole topic of routines that people are always so curious about. Like, I think here, business idea, just hear me out.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Bring it.
It's like OnlyFans. Like, I think, I don't know, but I think OnlyFans is like, you just can watch people doing things. We should create that, but for business. Like, I think people would actually love to just see behind the scenes, like, what are the routines that kind of make that shape our week, that shape our day. Again, just someone invest in this idea, please, so we can make this. But I want you to tell us, like, what routines have really been supporting you. Let's talk about the business side first. And then, wellness really is such a huge part of both of our lives. I want to get to that in a moment, but you really took this on in a new way this year, getting organized, getting some routines dialed in to support what your business needs for you right now. What does that look like?
It's going to sound really basic, but it changed my life, is getting specific days for certain tasks. And I was such a task switcher. And this is by no means perfect yet, because having a podcast that puts a lot of episodes out, they can fall on other days still, but majority of my podcast days now are on a Thursday. But let's go to Monday. Mondays for me, I was actually the person that even though I love my business and I love my life, I hated Mondays. Like, if you actually asked me, I wasn't sharing it because I'm not, someone who's going to be airing negative stuff online. Right. I save that for you. I'm just like, I'm going to dump negativity for an hour. Are we good? Okay.
I'm like, yep, I can hold more. What you got?
Great. She goes somewhere else in her mind. I don't care if she glazes over. I'm just going to talk. So I hated Mondays, and I hated them because I felt like I got shot out of a cannon. I was so unorganized. I had a to-do list that apparently I thought in my head was going to get all done on Monday. So this to-do list would have 25 to 50 things on it. I wish I was joking. I'm not. And if I didn't get that, half of them done, I felt like a failure. Maybe I got 2 or 3 done. I just mentally wasn't setting myself up for success, and physically, and all of the things. So I would have, calls on that Monday. I'd have a random podcast on that Monday. I would want to catch up. Mondays feel overwhelming naturally, because what happens is it's like people kind of stop working on Friday, and, they cut out a little early, and Monday they're like, oh shit, I have to catch up everything and all these thoughts that I wanted. And everybody who thought of something they wanted to connect with you with last weekend towards the end, we're like, I'll just wait till Monday. So it really is a crazy influx of all of these people feeling a certain way, and they all need something. And we all do this to each other on Monday. It's like the world just is all in this energy. And so for me, I was like, how can I stop feeling horrible on a Monday? Because it carries into your week. And then it also robs you from your weekend, like enjoying your weekend. So Monday now is a full like catch up admin day, or any calls I want to do. So like right now I do a lot of fun partnership calls, because I'm like, ooh, this is the energy of creation, like of creating something fun, something moving forward that is going to create, a connection, going to create sales, like going to just create something new for me that feels good. And so I'll do some partnership calls. I do a ton of admin work, a ton of catch up, so that I feel good on a Monday.
Yeah. Which, just even thinking about how that sets a totally different tone for the week, and getting to that point where realizing how you were feeling previously at the start of your week, and taking yourself through. I'm just like making this really practical for people. Like, if you resonate with what we're saying, as far as like Monday's not feeling great, what are the things that are going to create that momentum? It's so simple, like you said, but so powerful when you do it.
And for a long time, so I did this thing on Monday that really supported me for a while, and then I switched it because it didn't anymore. So that's the thing about routine is My routines actually change more frequently than I think people would think, but the core is there. So there's going to always be movement. But in this season of my life, like a hardcore workout on a Monday, like I used to do, does not feel good for me. So on a Monday, it's like, I'll try to get to the gym, but a walk is also fine as well. Because if I'm really feeling anxious, like I really want to catch up, there's a lot of admin for me to catch up on and, you know, get my team ready and supported. Like going to the gym feels really anxiety ridden because it's like the drive to the gym, then you're at the gym for 45 minutes. It's like a 2-hour block that feels like, oh, I just want to get going. Like I want to go get on that walk right away and get that done with. So I used to go to Orange Theory on Mondays because I was like, you know what? If I can kick my ass on a Monday and get through it, I'm setting myself up for success. Yes. And until that doesn't feel that way anymore. So it started to feel really stressful and add to my cortisol. Like it just has been spiking it. And I was like, you know what? Nope. We're going to start Monday off like a nice walk, maybe a podcast. Maybe I'm going to answer a bunch of text messages on a walk, like whatever I want. And that's been a game changer for me.
I feel that so deeply. And it took me a while to shift my routines work-wise to the place that really served me. And that's such permission to reevaluate them on a quarterly basis or even on a monthly basis, because your business is going to need different things from you in different seasons.
Totally.
So one of the things that I think I've had to really dial in this year is taking care of my well-being. I mean, I don't know if anyone else struggles with this, but in the busiest of seasons, those routines are often the ones that struggle. And it's one of the things that I realized I was trying to make my routine so complicated, especially now entering 40s. There's all this, the internet has a lot of advice for what we should be doing, how much protein we should be eating. And it's one of my favorite things about glōci. I went through this period where I know you had a similar experience where I just was like, let me just kind of wipe the slate clean. Like what are actually the things that are most important to me, which working on my skin, overall hydration, and just then all the things that are like more sleep and supporting my body with the things that are free, you know, quite honestly. And I am an investor in glōci. I'm a close friend of yours. I was like team glōci all the way, but then I started using it every day. And when I tell you that it's almost like this little act of self-love, starting my day every single day without fail with a glass of room temperature water. Why? I don't know. The internet told me that's better. But starting it with a routine that, number one, increases my hydration. Number two, I'm going to have you get into like the actual brilliant ingredients for gut health, for skin health. And then not worrying about having this supplement cabinet full to the brim of things that I wasn't actually using. Creating that simple daily routine that starts my day on a note that has me pour into myself and connect with what's actually important to me has been so powerful. So for anyone who maybe hasn't heard you speak about this, I don't think we went into this on the first episode. The brilliance in the formulation of what you guys created with glōci. Like, not only is it a beautiful product, it tastes amazing. It's so, like, there's no formulation like this out there. It's so brilliant.
Thank you so much for this, because I created what I wish I existed. And then I quickly also realized from surveying, you know, I got to survey 5,000 women in the Boss Babe community. I think we surveyed some of your people. I feel like I surveyed so many different people's groups. I can't remember, but I went to all of my friends and was like, hey, what do we want in this? Like, if we only took one thing a day, what would that be? And that was the question that I started with, because I was so overwhelmed. I come from the fitness industry.
Yeah.
And by the time I'm done taking all the things I should do, number one, I'm overly sugared because there were so many like little bits of sugar in this gummy or that thing or this shake or this supplement or this hydration stick. And I'm overwhelmed. I just got so overwhelmed that I actually quit everything for a while, which is so weird for me because I am a supplement lover. Like, I love knowing that I'm doing really good things for my body. And so that was the question that we started with for glōci, was if you only did one thing a day, you know, what would you put in this stick? And the other thing was, you know, there's a lot of different supplements out there right now who are They're claiming to be everything in one stick. And unfortunately, we know that that can't be true because it is so expensive to get good ingredients that we decided to do 8 really good ingredients at amounts that make an impact or have been studied to make an improvement. And this was really huge for us because when I was formulating, I asked my formulator, I'm like, how does X, Y, and Z have all of these things in it? And he's like, oh, it's called a fairy dusting. You put just a sprig of it in there to be able to say that it's in there and you can mark it around it, but technically it's not doing anything.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God. And that just started my wheels on like, if I'm going to make a product, it needs to work. You need to love it. You need to feel it. You need to know that it's working. I want, I want like evidence that it works. I want some ingredients that are studied. And that's what got me super excited about creating glōci was I wanted, like, this is what I wanted. And I wanted to stop being overwhelmed. So throughout my life, there have been things that now I'm just calling domino habits. And it's exactly what you explained. It's the one habit in the morning that tips over the domino in a positive way. And it's going to, when you tip over a positive domino in the morning, because there's negative dominoes too. So when you do a positive domino habit, you're going to continue to tip positive dominoes, most likely. There's going to be some negative in there, but most likely you are setting yourself up for positivity. People do not understand the power of one positive domino in the morning. So what happens is right now people have a lot of habits where maybe they're waking up and they're grabbing like leftover food from the night before. I mean, no shame in that. I've been there. Like, oh, there's some pizza in the fridge. I'm going to grab a bite of that.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. I've heard of people like, whipped cream from the night before.
Someone
like,
else I know.
Piling it on your coffee. And while those are like innocent things that you're like, oh, it brings me joy. It also all of a sudden says to your brain, like, I kind of let it go this morning already. I ate that pizza. I put the whipped cream on. I didn't, I skipped my water habit, my lemon
pizza,
water.
I just am now imagining whipped cream on pizza. Proceed.
Whipped cream on my coffee. I leave out very important details, my husband says. And I'm like,
but the best part is because I'm your friend, I fill them in and then I'm like, oh, wait, my brain just went somewhere else. But you're so right. And so this idea of like, what is that domino routine? The one thing that you can use to set yourself up for success.
So this is when we were formulating, I was like, I want something simple and something people can stick to because I believe we're going to start seeing the trend of going back to simplicity. Like, I think we're all getting it now. We're making fun of the morning shed. We're kind of like talking about all these crazy routines. And while they're super fun and I actually love following a lot of them, and I do think it's important to try things and see what works for you. Like if you're a cold plunger and you need to do 3 other things, great. But I did hear something that like blew my mind the other day. I had Bedros Keuilian on my podcast and he goes, I think a long morning routine is a cop-out to not do the big things in your life. Like that you feel, I was like, damn it. Because it delays things. And it's like easy to feel like you did something really good for yourself, but at the same time, you kind of don't have time for anything else anymore. So if it's really working for you, please, for the love, like I'm the person who's like, keep doing it. If it doesn't, then really look at, are you delaying certain things in your life because you think you should be doing all these things? Because we did not have to do this in the past. But with that said, I wanted to create a domino. It's simple. You tear the packet open, just like you said. You like warm water. Some people like cold water. A lot of people, first thing they do when they wake up, or put your water bottle by your bed or put it by your coffee pot, and just let that be the one thing that you're like, I'm just going to drink this water in the morning. That's what I'm going to do. And now you can know you have all of these incredible ingredients in your body, which we'll talk about in a minute. And it's a domino for the positive. And it's a little moment, no pun intended, but pun intended, to pour into yourself. And it says to your brain, I'm worth it. Like I take care of myself. I do good things for myself. I drank my glōci water today. And confident people and people who follow through on their promises stack baby wins. And if you don't believe it, I am not even kidding. You don't even have to try it with glōci, but please try it with glōci. Do like a lemon water first thing in the morning. Do a lemon water for 30 days and just see how you feel about keeping a promise to yourself that you're going to do something good for yourself every day. Make it super simple, or keep one promise to yourself in the morning. That is easy. I don't want it to be hard because I want you to see how stacking a baby win every single day. You guys read Atomic Habits. It's literally about this. Like the most confident, successful people probably started with something very similar. One little thing that they were able to stack wins on.
Yeah. And I like that idea too of the stacking, because I have been someone that has been my routine for a while now, is like waking up and hydration first, but knowing then that I can add something in that has probiotics, it has other benefits that, yes, are great for skin. That's really important to me. But something that I think we're going to start hearing a lot more about, and you have to remind me who you heard say this, that the whole connection between skin health and gut health is going to kind of be like this next frontier that we're going to start to see a lot more in the spotlight. And that's exactly what glōci was designed to be. So will you kind of break down, however you want to share, like kind of the hero ingredients so people really understand, like it isn't just something that tastes good. It's not just your typical hydration stick. There are so many benefits and what you shared earlier about in the amounts that actually matter. It's not just the placebo. You're actually getting doses that make a real difference. I mean, I have seen it in my skin using it every single, this is not like, I'm not opposed to it at all, you guys, but so far 41, no Botox, I'm just trying to
don't look at me.
Push it down the road as long as I can.
I'm all of it, everyone. I'm all of it.
But I'm just saying that to say that, no matter what approach you want to take to your wellness or to your skincare. And again, I'm just saying I haven't yet. And I've noticed such a huge difference in the hydration of my skin at an age where I'm just starting to like notice things more, And I think it's a combination of all of it, but the ingredients in glōci are so brilliantly designed, and I know you worked with an amazing team to help you formulate this.
So the podcast that I just listened to, that I'm actually going to be talking about a lot more, and I've already contacted this human on here, but it's My First Million podcast, and they were doing predictions for what the biggest companies and opportunities for like 2025 and beyond will be. And mind you, this was 5 of them. And one was for a skincare company coming from the gut, because he was talking all about how there is hardly any studies on topical skincare showing that it works. Don't get me wrong. There are some that do work. There's different ingredients like retin-A, and there's, of course, like a really good lotion is very important. Some serums work, but it is few and far between, guys. And it is few and far between that anything you're buying off Amazon that was just kind of thrown together, that doesn't have these key ingredients that he's talking about on this podcast, that it's doing anything. And so the craziest part is this is a multi-billion-dollar industry when you think of that. So he went on to talk about how there's now all of these studies coming out talking about how the gut impacts your skin in a much bigger way than we've ever learned. And that you can actually, when you start healing your gut, there's like measurements that you can see in your skin that they're starting to learn how to measure, that it's more actually like illuminated, which I thought was so crazy as well. So I can't wait to dive into that and learn even more about that. But I've always known about skin from within, because I don't know if it's because of the health and fitness industry. We've always talked about that. And when I would compete on stage, they're like, you really need to watch what you eat because your skin will start to show it. And on stage, you need to like, you're dialing it back, and your diet's getting, you're cutting back on your diet, but we need to make sure you have this fat and that you have this. And for bloating, you're taking this, because on that day, you want to feel your best, you want to be glowing, and your skin, you guys don't know this, but like the tanner is the old tanner that we used to put on stage for fitness competitions. And I did this for years, and for photo shoots for fitness. Right. It's brutal on your skin.
It's awful.
And if you don't have good skin to start with, it's actually not going to go on well. And so I really started understanding like, okay, I still have to have my good fats. I still have to be doing all of these things because it's going to show up on photo shoot day if I'm not good to my skin. So I just have always really understood, if you want to look good, you have to also eat for your skin. And so with glōci, and especially with the gut, when we were looking at it, we're like, what's the most impactful thing for your skin that we can do for nutrients? And a probiotic was number one. And so we went with a company that we know had 30 clinical studies on it. And what I love about this company is they're starting to do even more studies, gut and skin related, because they're starting to become so aware of what's going on, not only in the industry, but of what people are seeing with their own product and their own probiotic. And so when you think of probiotics, we're not really getting much probiotics in our food anymore because we're not eating things. A lot of people don't eat cottage cheese. A lot of people don't eat yogurt. A lot of people don't eat sauerkraut or kimchi. Like, yes, more, somewhat cottage cheese, somewhat yogurt, but a lot of people still don't.
Yeah.
So where
and those
are
are all probiotic foods.
Probiotic rich foods. And because now we have refrigerators, like we don't necessarily need to do the process to the food of keeping it around like we used to, which is like very rich probiotic foods. And so with your gut, like especially being related to the biggest organ in your body, if you want to start to heal that or make it, if you want to start improving it, or if you want to start feeling better, you're going to want to look at what type of foods are you eating? Are you taking a probiotic? Are you sleeping? Like, it's really about the nutrients that you're taking in order to start fixing your gut in any way. And I think that's going to start showing in the skincare industry, like more than people realize right now. I think next year will start to be really huge because they're starting to really study it.
So exciting. I like just to be on the forefront of that. And also like, I just take this on personally. I'm like, I'm going to be the one sitting there being like, oh, you guys didn't know that. I've been taking glōci for a year, but we covered the probiotics. What are the other ingredients that people really need to understand are a part of this product?
Okay, so one of my other favorites is hyaluronic acid. And we've all heard of this, that we put it topically on our face.
Yes.
People don't realize that you make hyaluronic acid in your body, but you make a whole lot less of it in your 30s. So damn it. But that's okay. That's okay because we have glōci. But let me tell you what it does. So hyaluronic acid is actually a great product for your skin because what it does is it holds like hundreds of times its weight in water. So when people put it on their skin topically, you do see kind of like that nice juicy plumpness. Like it just feels like a little bit more radiant and plump. And the thing about topical hyaluronic acid, though, is you do have to apply it every day. On days you don't apply it, you don't get that juicy plumpness. And then it washes off. So you really are spot treating. And I don't know about you, but I'm not putting hyaluronic acid all over my arms and chest and neck and legs. So you're not getting that same effect there. When you ingest oral hyaluronic acid, which again is a naturally reoccurring thing in your body already, what happens is you're getting that everywhere and it's holding that water underneath that top layer of your skin. So when you're like, oh, I just feel like I look more hydrated, it's because your skin actually is more hydrated. And you're no longer spot treating. You're doing your entire body. So especially when I'm having 2 or 3 of them, I'm like, oh, I really notice that, like, a lot of people say they just notice their fine lines look a little bit less because it is holding that water underneath. And then you do get that very like dewy glow. So that's hyaluronic acid.
And oral versus topical. That's so huge. I didn't know that.
Oral versus topical. Yeah. And you guys literally just go research it, put it in ChatGPT, like really learn about oral hyaluronic acid. If you're not taking glōci, go take a form of it because it's literally a game changer. And then we have marine magnesium in there, which is, it's incredible for like skin tone, but it's also amazing for like regular bowel movements, for a ton of different things that your body is doing, like a ton of different nerve functions, like hundreds and hundreds of nerve functions in your body. And people don't realize that a lot of times if they're feeling a little bit off, sometimes you need magnesium. So many people are magnesium deficient,
right?
And they do not know it. So I was just doing a ton of research on magnesium, even more than I was doing before, because I was working on writing some really, really good emails on magnesium. And so I was researching all of these magnesiums that I used to take from Whole Foods. And I was like, oh, these are cheap, fake versions of magnesium. And so the magnesium that we use is from red algae, and it's marine magnesium, and it's more bioavailable. It also isn't going to have that like diuretic type of like effect on your body.
Yeah.
Because some of them can make you like crampy. And this one is a lot more like gentle on your body. So you're still getting the relaxedness of your body and in your bowels, because that's really why a lot of people love to take magnesium.
Let's be honest.
This is why we take it. I want to poop regularly. And so this version of it is going to just be a lot more. You're not going to get like the different issues where people are a little afraid if they take too much of this certain, of a certain type of magnesium. They're going to be uncomfortable. If you're out and about, that's not going to go well for you. So that's a big reason why we love this marine magnesium.
So cool.
And then vitamin C, people don't know that vitamin C, you see it in skincare everywhere because you can't create your own collagen without it. So yes, topically vitamin C is great, but orally, you want to make sure you're actually taking vitamin C. And if you're not eating a lot of fruit and if you're not eating a lot of vegetables, you're probably not getting the vitamin C that you need in order to make enough collagen. So anyone out like that motivated the crap out of me. I'm like, I'm going to take my vitamin C and glōci. I'm going to eat grapefruit. I'm going to have eat oranges, because it's helping your body make its own collagen. That's why it's just forever. It's been such a huge part of skincare, but everybody kind of ignores it. And zinc is really known for also helping like clear up any skin issues. And also we know it's huge for immunity, and a lot of people don't take a zinc at all.
Yeah. Which again, just kind of going back to this whole idea of like, where else can we simplify and just focus on one routine that's giving us a lot of bang for our buck.
And that's what we wanted to do. Is I'm like, what are all the skin ingredients that we can use? And then of course we added coconut water powder for hydration. We have some sea salt in there, and the coconut water powder and the marine magnesium. Between those, we have like 72 different trace minerals that you're missing in your water. So that's another huge trend that's happening. You're seeing it pop off all the time about remineralizing your water.
Yep.
Because we're not getting the minerals. So you can feel good about remineralizing your water with glōci too.
What's so exciting too is just seeing how you continue to innovate. You have some new-ish things.
We have some new things coming out.
I don't know how much we can say. I'm giving you the eyes right now just to say, like, how can I say you have newish things that are going to be coming down the road? And again, it's just like such a big part of the simplicity of the routine that I've stuck with. So when it comes to routines, I mean, you're someone who has really built your whole platform on a personal brand based in health and well-being. So when it comes to wellness, like what are the routines? Like how are you using glōci? What are the other routines that are really keeping you going? Because also you're scaling a company, you're just doing so much. You have this huge podcast. The reality is that we have to have routines that keep us showing up as the versions of ourselves that we want to show up as. And people are always so curious. Meaning me, so curious to see, what does that look like in your day-to-day life?
Well, I feel like, just to go into a little more of what's in it, I will say that it's replaced a lot of other things that I've done, which is awesome. Because I feel like it's cut back on skin routines, which I was never great at anyway, but I've always kept dabbling and trying, like, I'm going to try this serum. I'm going to try this hyaluronic acid. So, it's cut back on like a hyaluronic acid. It's cut back on time standing at my cabinet, like taking all of these different supplements. So that's been really big for me, is just feeling really good about that one domino habit in the morning. I do take it in the afternoon and at night as well, you guys.
Which I want to inject right there, because I didn't realize the benefit of taking it at night as well. The added probiotics. Proceed.
Added probiotics and magnesium.
Yes. And
because
that was
magnesium,
the other part.
it like relaxes your muscles. It relaxes your gut. That's why you might, have a great BM in the morning.
We can talk about poop.
Great poop in the morning, which just when you go through your day relieved, it's there's nothing quite like it.
We want this for you.
Look, when a woman walks in and she's glowing, it's because she took a good poop as well. This is true.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that one line for the trailer reel.
Anytime. I've got like 5 other versions of that. So
I just wanted to say that, because when I stayed with you guys last and you guys were like, we're doing our little bedtime routine, you and Chris are taking glōci, I was like, wait, that's actually brilliant. And so I was thinking about just even like those little additions that adding it at night for the magnesium, for, all the skin health benefits, like your body is literally rejuvenating. So I'm saying double up on your dose of glōci. Proceed. Anyway.
No, and it's, you guys, we need more water. We're not drinking enough water. So it's also tastes great. That was huge. I wanted it to taste really like real like if you took a lemon and you put a little bit of like natural sugar in there, which we use monk fruit. And that's what it tastes like. And I've just always wanted to keep that like very real flavor to it.
Yeah.
And so drinking it in the morning and drinking it at night helps you get more water.
Yeah.
And that is so huge, not only for your mood, but your energy, your skin health. There's so much about water just to even that helps keep you regular. It's really important.
Okay. So glōci morning, noon, and night is what I'm hearing. Okay, great. And the routines that right now in this season specifically, what else is really keeping you grounded, keeping you focused, helping to keep you organized too?
You know this with Chris and I, like we're huge walkers.
Yeah.
So walking is really big when we get, really busy or I have a really big, heavy season in front of me. And this has been a big, heavy season. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot to work through, push through, figure out, get organized with glōci. I'm in year 1 of a startup. Like, I think from the outside, it's like, whoa, it's doing amazing. And yes, but there is like there are goals to hit. There's so much to learn. There's things to get out. There's things that go wrong in the background that people don't realize. So walking is one of the most supportive things that I can do, not only for my body, but to move energy, to connect with my husband, to go listen to a podcast, to get out, to, if I'm in a funky mood, get out and take another walk. Like walking is therapy. It is a version of therapy. I go walk and I pray. I go walk and I meditate. I manifest. I don't know where I'd be without walking. I literally don't know where I'd be. I don't think I would be doing any of this. I think it's one of the most important things that someone can do. It doesn't matter where you live. I've walked. I lived in Minnesota. I still walked every day. Like I would just get all dressed up, put a ski mask on in the winter, and I'd still walk my dogs because I saw the difference in my life. So trust me when I say, just go, try it. 30 days, 60 days. By day 90, you'll be like, I have to walk. It's a game changer.
Here's the challenge. Fill up your glōci water bottle, put a stick of glōci in, take yourself for a walk. Like even if it's 10, 15 minutes like that, starting your day like that. And that's something that I have adopted too. And really it was from being around you guys. And when I would come to visit, like that was such a part of our daily routine, and I saw the difference that it made.
And that we do the Power 9 on our walk,
which I don't know that we've shared that here. So can we share with that?
Okay.
Because this is another routine, business and personal, that this is almost now dipping too into like relationships of the things that I see as, someone who's in your life, how it keeps you and your husband connected. It helps you connect with your goals, both physically and financially. So for someone who hasn't heard the Power 9, what is it?
So the Power 9 is a super simple way to stay focused on your goals and to connect with your partner. Or if you don't have a partner, connect with yourself, truly. And it is 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things you're excited about, and 3 things you're manifesting. And you know how I like to do it. If Lindsay and I are on a walk together, I'll say 3 things I'm grateful for. Then she says 3 things she's grateful for. Then I say 3 things I'm excited about. Then she does, and so on and so forth. And what this is doing is it makes you stop and think. Because even if you had the worst week, which you guys, when you're in a new business, I know you understand, or not even a new business, when you're in any business or when you're trying to make a goal happen, maybe you're literally just trying to make a health goal happen right now. There's going to be a whole lot of bad days. There's going to be bad weeks. Sometimes there's bad months, sometimes there's bad years. And so
sometimes there's bad decades. Can we keep going?
Sometimes you're just stuck. And the power, like the grateful fors make you dig on a day that wasn't great. And then on days that are great, it feels really good. So 3 things you're grateful for no matter what. And on a bad day, you can always find something to be grateful for. And what's happened a lot is the things we're grateful for now is like we reframe things like on a, maybe on our walk, it'll be like, wow, I'm actually grateful that person didn't follow through on their promise because it's just making me dig super deep. And I found 5 more people who will.
Yeah.
And so it's like really learning how to reframe those things. And that's what it does. And then the excited abouts, I forget what I'm excited about because I get overwhelmed with my to-do list. I'm like, oh, that's right. Oh my God, I get to go do that podcast with Lindsay on Saturday. I'm so excited about that. And I think it's really important to always be looking at things and always have things planned that you're excited about. Otherwise, life gets way too mundane and we can get so serious. And being serious is not where the fun and the answers come in. It's just not, like, at least not for me. And then the manifesting, it's really incredible how much you forget about what you're truly focused on, what the big picture is. And it's really fun to look back and go, oh my God, I was just about to say this manifest, but it actually happened this week. Like, I've been wanting to work with this person and I've been manifesting it, you know, every day for however long. And now I'm working with them. Now I get to make room for another manifest. And it's just, you know, with Chris and I, the cool thing is that we both get so busy every day. And by the time night comes, you know, like, we don't really want to talk sometimes. We're just like,
those
oh
are
my
some
God,
of our
we have
favorite
to
times together, or not talking.
I know, just being quiet, sitting on our phone, scrolling and saying nothing, or just like eating and to the oblivion. I'm just picturing us. I think we ate chicken with like our hands last time. I don't know. We staring at a wall. I think we really did.
We did.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway.
So it's like being able to connect on things that are important. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd really know what trajectory my husband is on, even if a week went by. Things are moving so fast right now. If I don't get to catch up on a daily basis, I feel like you're getting a different version of someone if you don't stay up on it.
It's just, I think, so cool to sit here and kind of reflect on the past year and just the journey of glōci, and also just through the lens of like, gosh, you really have always been my friend that anchors me in the routines that really make a difference. It's no freaking surprise that you thought of this brilliant company and this way that we can all connect in with. It's like, if you can make that connection between like one daily habit, something like drinking something first thing in the morning that's really good for you, and the habit stacking, the ripple effect that can have in every area of your life, we overcomplicate it so much when really success and fulfillment can be that simple. So as you think about year 2, this beautiful journey that I'm so excited to have, like, a front row seat, but also like a backstage pass. What are you most excited about? And then the second piece I want to answer, I want to like get very tangible with this. How can people support you in this journey? Like, what are you most excited about first for year 2?
I'm most excited about what else we're creating with glōci. Like, I really want to create a community and a platform that supports the entire idea of beauty and skin from the inside out. And I want to create pretty much like, I'll just give you a little hint, like glow pillars and different things that really support you when you're joining the community. So I really believe that looking forward, because AI is literally going to level the playing field for a lot of things, you guys. There can be a brand that's not that great, or ingredients that aren't that great, or ingredients that are great. And it's going to level the playing field by kind of like making people all good marketers, because it's going to become an amazing marketer. And so the messaging and, you know, even the formulations are all going to be out there. They can rip off formulations. They can put them in and say, make a better formulation than this. And they can, you know, be able to create stunning images that you don't need all of this marketing money for. So it's going to really level the playing field for brands across the whole world. And I think the things that are going to set people apart are what types of benefits and communities they're building. And that's going to be the only thing that's going to set people apart, because there's going to be plenty of great formulas. There's going to be plenty of great imaging. It's going to be all figured out, and it's going to be at everyone's fingertips. Now, will people do it? No, but it will level the playing field for those who will. And so I want to really build something that I believe is of true value to someone who really cares about their whole glow up, like what actually goes into it. And I believe it's, you know, I believe it's mindset. I believe it's movement. I think it's nourishment, and I think it's your community. And so when people buy glōci, I want them to get a version of all of that without, you know, in a way that is very either accessible or comes with it. Not sure what we're going to make that look like yet.
Oh, okay. I'm so excited because I mean, that is going back to just your whole trajectory from fitness into network marketing, and you know, now getting to bring all of that together is like really what it feels like. It's so beautiful to see that community and really the movement that's forming around it. And I was saying this to you when we were having our little fireside chat, just reflecting on the last year. I think it's very easy to look at the outside of, just in you, and you've been so successful. I know you don't maybe always feel that way. It's always when we're the one who's experiencing it, we just see where we're going next. And, this community loves you. This community is so invested in you, and you've poured so much into us. What are like the tangible things that people can do to be a part of this, to support this female founded company that's backed by female investors? Like, what I really want to get at is, I think, yes, there's of course like the traditional routes of you're doing so many incredible things when it comes to your marketing plan, and the women in this community love them some Lori Harder. Like, what are the biggest things that we can be doing that actually make a huge difference to a company that's in this beautiful startup phase, has such a powerful first year, like really powerful. But what do you need from us?
I'm obsessed with the Powerhouse community because they've supported me like nobody else. It's like my favorite stage to speak on, because I'm just like, this is the most fun. It's the most fun. I told you this. I got to sit in the back at your event, or go in the back of your event last year where the glōci booth was. And for all of Pajamas and Prosecco, I met people. And it was the most insane, beautiful community. And I told you there were women there who I thought they all came in gangs. I was like, how do you all have 10 friends? And they're like, we all just met. And I'm like, this is like nowhere else I've ever been. And it, or, oh my God, I met this girl last year and we're best friends. Like, that's all I heard. It was the most beautiful, supportive group of women that I've ever seen, ever in my entire life. And I've been to every year except the very first year. Yeah. I don't know what my problem was. I don't know if I knew about it.
I don't know if we knew each other.
We weren't there yet. We weren't there yet. I saw it online and I was like, I want to be a part of this bubblegum wall. What is this? I don't know.
I also didn't know what it was or what I was doing, but that was a very cool moment to have glōci at the event. Okay. But I cut you off from the original question of just like knowing this community loves you so much. What are some of the things that, like, as a founder, because I think what I now realize is there were ways that I didn't even know to support women who I looked up to. Because like, I just didn't know that was meaningful. And where glōci is right now is like just at the cusp of such an exciting future. And I know people really want to be involved. Yeah. So what are some of the ways that people can really support?
This is such a good question, because I'm going to share so much about other brands and how you can actually, not only support them, but like get a fun piece of the action as well.
Totally.
And, I told you, I think that the way that things are going is really like women supporting different brands that they love and affiliates. Like, it's the new network marketing, but maybe better, like, for a lot of people, because you don't have to run a team. So, for supporting glōci, the most amazing thing would be to buy it, try it, share it. Like, it's a game-changing product. It literally is game-changing. And the main way to support is to purchase it and share it with a link, become an affiliate. I would love to pay you. We are actively looking at affiliates for people who we notice are able to, do a good job with sales. And then we want to promote them into something else. It's kind of our little like secret society right now that we're not talking about, because we want that to be for people who are really showing that they are able to, make sales in glōci. And we'll create something more later. But right now, affiliating is still amazing. You're getting paid. It's incredible. But to a startup, the way that brands are growing right now is through the people who love the product. And that's really it. Like, yes, we're putting ad money behind those, that UGC, and we're, helping people create UGC who love the product. We're helping try to coach them of like, how can you actually share this? How can you become better at it? But that is how companies are growing, is through people sharing, and not just sharing once. Like, if you love a product, you guys share it all the time. Like, I just got pajamas in my Sundays, and I love these freaking pajamas so much that today I was like, oh my God, this is the second time I've now uploaded, because and I just got them last week. And I'm like, whenever I wear these, I want to try to remember to promote with a link. I didn't today. I will do that next time. Promote with a link as well. Like, send a link, or if you are an affiliate, always put your link in there. Yeah. And that is when a company gets that, I don't think you quite understand how we all celebrate in the background. Like we're like my team, my employees, we're all jumping up and down going, oh my God, this means everything. Or when we hear that, you know, this is the first year that you actually feel good again, that you don't feel bloated, that you feel like you're digesting your food, that you're not uncomfortable whenever you go out to eat, that you wake up and you feel like your tummy's flat. Like this is life-changing stuff to us, that when we get tagged in all of this, or, oh my God, I feel like my face is clear for the first time in forever. When we see those, we freak out. It's incredible. And so that is how you can best promote for us. And then other companies too. If you have a company that you love, that you know you want to support, that you want to see kept around, because it's real out there, you guys. It costs so much money to have a product. People have no idea the overhead to have a product. And so if you're a woman who wants a product in the future, if you're a woman who wants to know that you also have whatever to you sounds like a bigger path or a bigger goal in the future, it's pertinent that you support other women, because we're paving the way for you in your path. And so now more than ever, I am looking out for women who I'm like, I see you. How can we partner? If you're behind me, if you're ahead of me, if you have a product, let's talk. Let's support each other, because that's how we're going to survive. Same thing with you and I, Lindsay. Like when we met, we were like, it didn't matter if we both had stages. Yep. We didn't care that we both had events. We didn't care that our programs could have been considered competing. Yeah. We literally still don't give a crap. We both have podcasts, books, all the things. And we're like, let's partner. Let's go on a podcast tour together. Let's literally, because when you rise, I rise. It just gets better. And when people see that together, and when people see you promoting other people's products, it's like, it just helps the whole mission, and it just helps everyone rise. So truly, whether it's my product or someone else's you're passionate about, like when you wear it, tag it, share it. It's vital.
Yeah. Even just like, we have been in such busy seasons, and I got to come, we just literally we just need time together, even if we're just working at your dining room table, sitting next to each other. And we dropped in for a few days and just really got to connect over like, okay, what are you doing right now? And like, no, what do you need? How can I use what I'm doing to support what you're up to? And we just got to be more intentional with slowing down and saying like, okay, no, how can we really make glōci an even bigger part of the Powerhouse women world? Because I use it every single day, multiple times a day. And I think getting out of my day-to-day routine of having to be so like in the details of my business, to step back and be like, no, how can we actually make what each other are doing? Like, so get together with the women who you really support, find the women within this community that you want to be that champion of, and talk about meaningful ways. Now, how can we actually make it a part of the day-to-day of what we're doing in business? Because that is how we are all going to go further faster. Yeah. So I'm so excited. You're going to be hearing a lot more about glōci, and really just from this place of, I would be sharing it, using it, regardless of whether it was created by one of my favorite people on the planet, because I truly love it that much. But also I just have never met, and I share this whenever your name comes up in a room you're not in, is that you're just even better. You're more down to earth. You are more authentic, more of a champion for women than people even see on the exterior, behind closed doors, when no one's watching. It is your heart and soul, and there's no one who deserves just all of the best things in life more than you. And I'm just so grateful to be on this journey together.
I love you so much, and I feel that exact same way. Like I can't imagine not having you, or found this, or being able to share this moment and this gift with other women too, because I know that they will find it if they want it, and they will get it if they want it.
So you've been on the show multiple times. You've shared multiple Powerhouse moments with us. But what's maybe like a glōci specific My Powerhouse moment that you want to just pause and really celebrate? We kind of started by celebrating what you're proud of yourself for, but what's like a recent Powerhouse moment, like in your day-to-day, where you're like, yeah, like I really am so proud of myself for how I showed up in that way?
I think we get these ideas, and like we think they're going to get us to this emotion or this experience that we want. We're like, oh, when I get there, I'm going to get this feeling. And I think glōci is like literally outside of, life things or people passing or whatever, like big life experience. We're being called to things because they're going to be our greatest teacher, and not in a scary way. Like, it's been the most challenging thing, but the most challenging and expansive things, right? We all want to expand, like your expanders retreat are literally the things that are going to help us meet ourselves. So we're being called to it for that reason. And I think that that's what I'm realizing this year is for the first time ever, truly, I'm getting really grateful for the lessons. Like, I'm not scared of them anymore. Like, they're not going to take me down. I'm not, going to be a failure if something fails. Like, I'm looking at it as truly like, this is here for me to become the best version of myself. And we know when that happens, like, Lindsay, it's in my DNA and your DNA that we are going to bring everyone with us. So I just trust. And I think that's been my biggest lesson this year is like, I just really am learning what trust feels like. And it's very scary.
Thank God we're not doing it alone.
Yeah, exactly.
So grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you.